depends on what you have on in your library right now, but I know for a fact that depending on what you have and what games you have, you can just, as soon as you get the Steam Deck connected to your computer, and all those games just download to the Steam Deck. You can just play them right then and there.
That would be big, just because there's so many more games that you have the option to use.
Yeah, no, I'm just glad.
I have my Switch and my Steam Deck. Gotta have everything.
No, I'm just glad because this is gonna put a lot of pressure on Nintendo to actually like stop fucking around with this. Because like in my opinion, they had so much, like they had a big opportunity to do something like big with the Switch. Don't get me wrong, the Switch is cool and all, but I feel like with most of their games, like it's very underwhelmed or underused in my opinion.
Yeah, another news on at least the Switch is the UK price cutted their basic Switch to 260 instead of that 299.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I mean I don't necessarily know if it just isn't doing well over there, but I know that's news on the Switch at least. Which is kind of interesting to see because you don't really see Nintendo cut their prices really too often. Like, yeah, sometimes they'll have deals here and there, but they're pretty.
They're pretty tight when it comes to.
Yeah, they're pretty tight.
Because I think what you can go to the Switch store right now and like fucking Mario Kart. Like Mario Kart is still the same price as it was when it came out. Yeah,
yeah. I don't get it.
Especially the Mario games, though.
Oh yeah, the Mario games.
Knows people will pay for those full price. They never drop them.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost the same as like Call of Duty. I know it's different platform. You can still buy Black Ops like 3 and 2. They're still like $50-$60, and they're from 6 to 10 years old.
Yeah. Hey, it just shows you, I guess, because I mean, like a whole bunch of people still play those games. So, in my opinion, I'm like, I don't see why they would drop the price for them.
That's true. A lot of people do play those.
But let's go. Let's get started with the big things coming up.
The big things.
Yeah. So, update on the Twitch hate raids. So. A lot with the whole thing with a lot of different creators coming out and saying that they're done going to stream on Twitch because of the hate raids attacking people of color and people from of the LGBT community. Twitch has decided to go after two creators who have been using bots to go after those people, which is Cruise Control and Creatine Overdose. Those two individuals created the bots and launched multiple hate raids against racial minorities and LGBTQ plus community members. In my opinion, that's a good start for Twitch, going after those two guys. For doing that. What do you guys think about that?
I kind of want to know why it took so long, if we're being honest.
It's probably honestly because some big names are leaving Twitch, so they're like trying to make sure they do other things to keep other people to stay.
Listen, that's the next topic. Come on.
Yeah, gosh, you're over here ruining it, man.
Hey, well, it's part of this too, It kind of mixes into itself. They might be finally trying to take a stand on something, because they're worried about people.
Yeah, and honestly, I agree, and so I truthfully, I really do think it's crazy because it's like, one, why go out and actually do this? There's no real reason to, purchase bots and then go and start these hate raids. But on top of that, I really think it was, and I'll continue saying it, like Twitch just isn't up to par because they need to be handling these things immediately. If you honestly think about it, they're one of the biggest companies in America. So for them to take 2 weeks to start doing this, I think that's pretty ridiculous. And it's honestly been longer than 2 weeks. It's probably been closer to a month right now. But why go after him now? Because some of these big names are leaving. Doesn't really make sense, especially with Twitch kind of screwing over other members in their own way, especially with how they made the subscription rates, different as well. Because I know that's been in the news, and there's a lot of people that are upset with that just because it makes it harder for ends,
I think
ends
that's
to
why
meet.
in other countries that they're making it, they're like putting it up there. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
was like
dependent on where they live
yeah,
and where the subscriber lives. Some of them might pay less.
Yeah. So I don't know. I personally feel like when it comes to, again, there are a lot of people who who's called out Twitch asking why it took why it's taking so long, or is this really what we wanted you guys to do, or is this like they the thing is about Twitch is like they're not letting people know like the steps that they're taking or whatnot. They're just doing it to do it at this point, to please the people without actually saying really much of anything. Like, yeah, they've done a couple of tweets and whatnot, but they haven't, in my opinion, they haven't really done enough yet to, you know, balance out. Well, couldn't even say balance. To be handling the situation, in my opinion.
yeah, and so Zach, you might be able to answer this a little bit better. Um, but like I know that people have been talking about, at least on Twitch, you have to stream for so many hours, and they'll adjust like your revenue rate if you
Oh
hit
yeah, they
like
did change
certain
that.
markers. I don't know if
I'm
you
not technically like at that level yet, but yeah, there's all
okay,
these different like on the statistics you could view. It shows where those levels are for those marks.
okay.
So definitely, when you're like full time, I could see where it would make like a big difference if they
So
changed
is
that.
is that only for like partnered, or does that still affect
It's
affiliated
more
as well?
partnered where it switches the prices because when you're only affiliated, you kind of get like the bottom base price,
Okay,
anyways. So it's only the partnered that really see the big difference.
yeah,
But it's definitely hurting them with the hours changing for what they're like the most amount from a subscription is going to be.
Yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
know. I
makes
know.
sense.
What else with that? I know that they're also a lot of Twitch streamers have been saying that they've been having to uh, stream for longer hours to get basically their old revenue or what they would get. And with that, a lot of people were just saying, "Fuck it, I'm not streaming anymore" and stuff like that, or they'll go to YouTube or something like that to start streaming over there
Yeah, I
or any
mean,
other place.
I'm reading a bunch of things, and there's plenty of people saying I've had 20% more subscriptions in a certain month, yet I'm making less money. Some people have streamed for almost twice as long and gotten as much money as they would for like regular streaming, like when they're doing their marathons, etc.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I definitely think that's pretty weird.